Let's welcome Ever and Never Reddy. Some mic trouble, so please be silent. If you are laughing, our actors will stop, let you laugh, and then they'll continue.
So we are really missing Arun today. Arun Sripati, who was a long-term aid volunteer, he has moved back to Bangalore, and he was one of the main characters of the play. So we are missing him. Just wanted to think about him. But for those who have not been to an Aid and Me session before this, Ever Reddy and Never Reddy are two aid volunteers. Their lives are full of contradictions and dichotomies, completely confused. And this play is about their interactions and bringing out the contradictions in an aid volunteer's life.
Have you ever been in love? No, I have never been in love. Have you ever been to a morcha? I have never been to a morcha.
Hey, never. What a voice, man.
Do you think the chapter could use my voice for this year's fundraising?
Well, maybe with a little more practice. Perhaps a few years later.
Got it. Hey, you seem to be in a very effervescent mood today. Anything special? Anyone?
Nora, just coming back from a demonstration in front of the consulate.
Remind me again, what was that about?
Implementation of Forest Rights Act.
So forests have rights now?
Not yet, but wouldn't it be nice if they did?
Is that what the act does?
No, it actually ensures the rights of the forest dwellers to their land.
I see. Did everything go well in front of the consulate?
Yes, of course.
I mean, weren't you nervous and all?
Maybe a little bit, but not too much. Besides, I wasn't alone. We had gone over things we should and should not do, legalities and all. You know, like the lingo goes, being on the same page of the Facebook, so that there are no surprises. It surprised me that there were none. Having a plan B, this too was surprising since we usually stop well before plan A. Seriously, it was kind of empowering, you know.
Hey, wait a minute. I thought aid was about empowering people, and now we are empowering ourselves.
You are people too, aren't you? At least that is what I used to think.
Never. Seriously, I mean, we are free citizens that live in democracies, whether in India or the US, don't we?
Remember what our Sati said? Struggles for justice is like sweeping your house. Do you ever stop sweeping?
I never started.
Chala clever.
Hey, no Telugu man. Non-Telugus might object.
Really? I didn't think there were any.
So anyway, why are we discussing Sanghars and Aid and Me in Aid and Me this year?
Because we waited 4 years to do so.
You know, when I joined Aid, I could immediately connect with doing projects in India and helping the poor. But doing narebazi in front of the consulate, that just wasn't me.
Okay, but if others in the chapter or in other chapters have been working on an issue that is an established core belief within aid, do you object to them doing narebazi?
Probably not.
So you don't have to participate in every campaign. We just need to often trust in fellow aiders taking on campaigns and help them as we feel makes sense to us.
I guess.
Well, the point is that there is enough space within aid to accommodate various strands as long as we allow fellow aiders to pursue a cause dear to them that is within our philosophy and is an aligned direction.
And what exactly does an aligned direction mean? Sounds vague. Is that a fancy way of saying approved by EB.
It means an issue that has been taken up by a cross-section of chapters and volunteers, where we have arrived at a reasonable understanding of the issue. Example, our policy of holding companies like Dow accountable, or our stand against Binayak Sen's imprisonment.
I kind of see what you mean, but Sangharsh is more complicated, man. You know, with projects, it's simple. You either support the project or you don't.
You mean like you are either with us or against us?
It takes a while for us to associate ourselves with Sangharsh. I always used to think Sangharsh, Seva and Nirman, all these things happen in India and we just approve money in our CSS.
I don't blame you for thinking that way. For a long time it was as if the folks in College Park, Bay Area and Boston did Sangharsh and the rest of us did Nirman and Seva.
Hey, so you know why Sangharsh in aid is a bit like James Bond 007?
Let me think. We might be shaken sometimes but not stirred.
No, I mean we have a commitment problem. We take on so many campaigns, but do we see things to their logical conclusion? Or do we just keep juggling too many balls and not too well, if I might add?
Maybe we are trying to do too many things sometimes and too quickly before a critical mass of people in our chapter are on board. But that we need to keep re-emphasizing our philosophical moorings and not just expect everybody to be aligned when the latest crisis hits.
That might help some, but doing campaigns, I think, requires time and clarity of the mind and feeling a sense of solidarity with the affected people in a way that's sometimes difficult in the midst of our busy lives and project deadlines and homeworks.
We don't seem to have any problem with time when we continue to follow the IPL or manage to catch the first show of Three Idiots in spite of being here.
Sure, but that's different, man. That's a continuation of our life in India. Even when we visit our homes or relatives back home, we become part of the contemporary flavors of the day with ease.
Nevva, you're actually making some profound points, man. How come? Did you just read one of Somnath's articles? Or did you have a one-on-one meeting with a Jivan Sat?